Hey friends, so I did a video and I showed you the new Hobby Lobby mixer, the one that holds a larger amount. I feel a little differently about it now that I've used the bigger container. So not super happy with it, and I'm gonna have to work around it, and I'll let you know if I find something to do with it that makes me feel better, but it actually doesn't mix the large amounts well, and it completely messed up my epoxy. So I'm gonna show you how my epoxy looks, and I promise you I made sure this was measured perfectly. And then I will show you how I get rid of sticky, gooey epoxy like this. All right, so using this big one with this. So when I first reviewed this, I used a little bowl with it. And it came out perfect. So last night I was doing some projects and I used the big bowl and the stir stick, and I was thinking to myself, oh, it's so weird that because it only it stirs in the middle, right? So it was not the epoxy, because I made sure the epoxy was absolutely, and I had 2 measuring cups that I did to the absolute top. So it was definitely not the epoxy that was the problem. It was this big bowl and how it only stirs in the center. So I still got no bubbles in it. So I was like, oh, maybe it is okay. No. So I think that this, you can't just leave it. If you want to stir it, I think that you have to every now and then stir it and make sure it's getting the sides, because it's not. It's only stirring a little bit and the sides are here. So this is what my epoxy came out like. So these are my projects, which really is irritating because I don't have time for this. I have such little time to do the things that I need to do, and this is what I came out with. So, not happy about this. Not happy. Same epoxy, it was all from the same. So this is all that's been wasted. And it's not dry time because it's been plenty of time for it to dry. It is because this thing is not getting all the way around. It's only stirring in the center. So it's nice because you can get no bubbles. And I'm going to try this again. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to stir for about a minute by myself. Make sure that I get all the sides. Then I'm going to put it on, let it stir for me. And then at the end, I'll probably stir by myself. I mean, but really, what is that doing for me? All right, so I had cleaned out this one already, and then when I was cleaning this one out, I was like, oh, I probably should have showed you guys how I clean big sticky messes like this. So what I do is I take it and I put it in the freezer, and that allows it to just get a little bit harder. And you got to do it right away. So this has set a little bit because I was doing that one and then decided that I should film this. However, you can see it comes out much thicker. And if you leave it in, like, you know, had I done this right away or even left it in a couple hours longer, like a lot of times it'll just like click right out, you know, just like it were hard. However, please know that you cannot use this method to save your project, because like if I left this in for a really long time, it would be super hard. But the thing is, uncured epoxy is poison. I probably should have put it, since it had been sitting and then I decided to film, I probably should have put it back in for a little bit just to show you, but it's fine. But especially things that have little spaces like this. But you can see it's just so, it's, you know, much more solid now. And easier to get out. And then, you know, once I, you know, get this out, then I clean it either with soap and water, depending on how bad it is, or alcohol. However, do not put this down your drain. So if I have to clean this in the sink, I'll use, I have like a old bowl that I use to clean them in. And then I dump it in the garbage, because you don't want like this sticky epoxy in your pipes. Of course, I mean in crafting, I don't mean in general life, because I know there's a lot worse things. But as far as epoxy crafting goes, there's nothing worse than not having a lot of time and your epoxy not setting. Like, that is so irritating. Just drying out. Make sure it's completely dry before you use it. All right, and now it is usable again. And I'm going to hopefully get this started before I have to go to work. However, it's like 6:30 in the morning now, so I might not be able to. I might have to wait till I get home, but at least it will be ready. I guess I could have just left it in the freezer until I got home, since I might not be able to do it till then anyways. But, oh well, that's all right. At least I can show you on this video. So, but yeah, the longer you leave it in the freezer, the easier it will be. But this, it's got so many little crevices. All right, so that's good. I'll let it dry, and then I'll just have to wait till I get home. To do that. All right, friends. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.